Well, it is that time of month again where we come in and we get a chance to sit down and talk with Mayor Tim Kelly. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Keith. How you doing?
I'm doing good. A lot of stuff is going on in the city. A lot of exciting things are getting ready to happen. The World Cup is coming.
Yeah, man. We just got through the Olympics, but the World Cup is a big, big deal. My favorite World Cup stat is that every single one of the games will have about the same viewership or more than the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Around the world.
Yeah.
So it's coming. It's going to be all the rage here, basically the month of June, and then the finals will be in July. But we're going to have the big news for Chattanooga is we're going to have the Spanish national team headquartered here.
Yeah, that
for the
is
month of
going
June.
to be.
Which
Look
is
at
they
us.
are the number one seed in the tournament. So
Yeah.
it's not like having Kazakhstan or something.
No,
You know what I mean?
no.
They're the real deal.
Yeah.
And some of the biggest, most famous players in the world staying down there at the Embassy Suites downtown, and all the journalists and the family that come with them, and a lot of tourists. It's going to be a cool thing for Chattanooga.
Got to be proud of the city too, man, because I know we're going to show really well.
No, I know we will. We always do.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is, when people come, they don't. A lot of them never heard of Chattanooga, but they always enjoy it and leave with glowing reviews. So, looking forward to showing off the city.
Well, speaking of the city, what's happening over at Eastlake?
Well, Eastlake, under the leadership of Cedric Henson, who's now leading community development, is the first of what will be 5 or 6 community hubs. So, vision has been a long time coming. But coming into office was to really make sure that community centers are resource hubs, right?
Yeah.
So, again, community centers have always been great for where kids can go play ping pong or basketball and, get out of the house and all that. And they will always be that. But they ought to also be a place where you can go in there and renew your driver's license.
Yeah.
Or, take a class for financial literacy or cooking or sewing or maybe a community garden. That will be up to the advisory committees in each of the neighborhoods.
Okay.
The community, the center should reflect the needs of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But Eastlake is really going to be the first one to model this concept of a community hub. So, again, anything you need help with, you ought to be able to walk in there and get help with. And if they don't have it on site, they should at least be able to direct you to that. And that includes health, mental health support, physical health support, job search advice, any of that.
Yeah. Computer classes, stuff like that.
You got it.
Because I've seen that happen. I've seen that starting to develop a little bit. Affordable housing in the city, because everything is growing so fast. Everywhere you look, there's buildings, new buildings.
Yeah, we're making a lot of progress on a lot of different fronts. This is not a simple one. It was never simple, and it's taken a lot of time to really get things rolling. But it is rolling, and average rents are coming down. Prices on houses are at least stabilized. The big news really is that we have a land bank authority that takes back tax properties and makes them available for development for affordable housing. And we had that for a long, long time and just never did anything with it. But it is rolling now. And I got some examples of different sites that have been now auctioned off. Various developers, affordable housing, nonprofits like Habitat for Humanity, they are going to turn these into affordable housing. They have to be sold to a first-time home buyer. And that buyer's got to be at or below 120% of area median income, which is a fancy way of saying like an average Joe, in terms of income. The house got to sell for less than $230,000, and that has to remain affordable for 15 years. So, developers under this program get the lot for free, and they get $25,000 per home to help for cost.
Yeah.
So this is a program that we're just going to keep rolling with, and so you're going to see those homes coming on the market.
There's a lot. I know a lot of teachers, young teachers, and that sounds like it's going to be perfect for them.
It will be perfect for them. As we said when we started this, got on the warpath for this stuff a few years back, it disturbed me greatly that teachers and cops and firefighters couldn't afford to buy a house in Chattanooga anymore.
Yeah.
So this is meant to cure that. I will say we've also there's a lot of crazy stuff coming out of the legislature up in Nashville that I'm not happy about. But one of the things that's cool is that they are looking at expanding a program modeled on Chattanooga to make affordable housing more attainable for just people just like this, based on our Invest Chattanooga fund. So I could bore you all to tears with the nuts and bolts of this stuff, but the bottom line is we're making a lot of progress in affordable housing.
I know.
And now we have been an example to the rest of the state, and I think they're about to help us double down on it.
All right. Well, hey, summertime is coming. You can tell that the weather's starting to break a little bit.
Yeah.
And the city is getting, putting on its best, spring cleaning, so to speak. I know you guys are going to be doing stuff over at Coolidge Park, too.
Yeah, so this is kind of an ad for the Carousel, because if you've never been to that Carousel, I tell the story all the time. It's the first time I ever saw it. Well, first of all, if you've never been to Coolidge Park, you ought to go.
Yeah.
But that building over to the left that's round, it's got the Carousel in it.
Great.
A lot of people new to Chattanooga hadn't been.
Yeah.
But the Carousel in it is old. When I was a kid, that thing was in Grant Park in Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah, and my great aunt used to take me, and I remember the first time I saw it thinking I was having this crazy episode of deja vu. And then I realized, no, that is the same one.
Thing, yeah.
But it's here now, and they clean it this time of year before, a lot of grimy kids start climbing over them and slobbering on them and all that stuff. Once a year, it gets a full cleaning. But it's a piece of art, in and of itself. Each of the, animals is hand-carved. And so if you haven't seen it before, it's $1 to ride.
Yeah.
It's a great time to go down to Coolidge.
I take my grandkids over there,
That's
man.
a fantastic
day. It is. All right. I got one more question for you.
Yes, sir.
And this is dear to my heart. It's getting ready to happen.
I know
Mayor
what it
Tim
is.
Kelly.
It's got to do with your hat.
Yes,
I know it
The
did.
new ballpark is getting ready to open.
Man, they've got, I drove past it last night coming in from Nashville, and they've got these red LEDs out, for the lookouts. And so it's going to happen, man. April 14th, and I'll be throwing out the first pitch. And
Sold out.
Yeah, sold out. So I'm looking very forward to it. I think we'll be back between now and then, but it's sold out. But there's a good, homestand, I think, through that weekend. So if you can't get tickets to opening night, just keep on pitching.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
And get a ticket, that Saturday night also ought to be a barn
taking my
burner,
guys
so.
down there so they can see it for the first time.
And I'm telling you, even if you don't care a thing about baseball, just the park itself and the way they preserve the old steel mill and all that, it's a historic. It's just to make you proud to be a Chattanooga.
Yeah. Coming around Moccasin Bend is going to be a whole new story.
Yes, sir.
All right. My favorite mayor, Tim Kelly, always here every month. We get a chance to sit down. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you doing this every month. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.